Good afternoon. I had a thought today that most people don't understand what their feelings are all about, where they come from, and why they exist. So, in a comprehensive study years ago, I realized that feelings are not agreeable. And the agreement process, which involves excuses, which we call reason, puts us in a conglomerate, a very nasty and unfavorable agreement process. In fact, the misunderstanding of human feelings 3 and 4 thousand years ago more than likely meant that the binary symbols that we used to define feelings were not available to everybody. So feelings never debated or challenged their feeling content. So if I were to say that if you didn't feel, you wouldn't think at all, because thought makes you feel many things. So the concept of debate would go, if it was an academic surplus, it would also go with debating what's what with binary symbols, which can't touch the dynamics of human feeling, which are a sensory accord that has to do with a matrix called the sixth sense. And some people call it the third eye or the pineal gland. I'm sure it's all of those. But the big circumstantial element here is that feeling is a direct knowing. Feeling never leaves the now. The now of you is always challenging your reasons, i.e., I call them a stopgap reality, because if there was any neural mental discretion, it would be from the reasons that we hold, or what's called last reason held, which goes into all the academics. So we're in a stopgap reality, another 50-year-old event, and we've been in many, many sub-realities. So, considering history, consider all the wars. Those are all stopgaps in our mental consistency, i.e. feeling direct knowing. So if we were to all open that portal, open that third eye, which is really stop the sense gap that's going on now, i.e. with the neocortex. In fact, science already knows this. They call it synaptic elimination. And now, well, that was in 1997 by a neurologist called Mountcastle, in a study called The Indelible Brain. Now, the modern version of this, they call it synaptic pruning. It's been changed. So science changes everything to meet its discrepancies, i.e. battle fatigue, shell shock, post-traumatic syndrome, and whatever new ones they got cooked up, because they have many of these coming. DMS-5 is famous for this quackery. So, but we really trust our officials, don't we? We really trust academics, right? And really all they do, what academics are, you go to school to repeat the same thing over and over, except you get paid for it. Now, I'm not getting paid for repeating things, and I'm not going to repeat them over and over. I might make reference to them often and then adds things to them, which is the conquest of, or the quest of learning. So, what are we saying here? Let's cut to the chase. I'm watching the counter again. Boy, time flies, doesn't it? When you were a child, your feelings meant something to you. By the age of 6, you were trashing them so that you could play the game. And what game is that? It's called join and get paid for it. Because if you didn't join, chances are you were a black sheep and you didn't do well in school, or you got bad grades. I had a similar situation. My grades were okay, not great. And of course, all the overachievers got A's and good memories. And when I look back at them now, they're stuck in dead-end jobs. A lot of them working for the government. It's interesting. A lot of them are military. In other words, you talk to one, you talk to all of them. It's a binary mentality. As everyone knows, the agreement process is probably one of the densest evil. And if you want to find the sins of the world, just look into like the domino effect of the agreement process. You're going to find everything there. You're going to find the sins of the world. You're going to find the hypocrisy of the legal establishment, and that's a rookery. And once you realize that everything to do with your feelings are dynamic. Your feelings are capable of love and caring and sharing. Your reasons aren't. You have no reasons to love. You have no reasons to not love. But you do, because society says you do, and you believe it. So what if you stop believing reasons for things, which are actually excuses, but agreed upon so they all look like facts? Now, what if the truth slapped you side the head? Literally. And what if the truth slapped you side the head? What would it have to do? It would have to say to you, stop agreeing. And that's a big slap side to head. Stop agreeing. What happens when you do that? You don't have anybody to boost you up, to build a podium for you, to support you with a gun, because you don't allow it. You won't agree with it. Are you getting this now? Are you getting this? It's not deep. It's simple. Well, simple could be deep to some people, especially if you're dug in. I know, like the icon converts and the symbols conversions, politics, religions, hats, badges, stripes, robes. They're all dug in. They really believe that their character role is who they are. But I'll tell you what, take them out of the element. Take the uniform off the cop. Is he still subject to the legal system? Is he? Or is he just a human being again? Does he ever revert back? If you kick a dog, does he remember that you kicked him? What do you think? And if you're nice to a dog, do you think he remembers them? I bet you that's the way it is. That our memory has to do with our feelings. In other words, what somebody did to us for their because of their reason. So when I say to anybody that I talk to, I don't care what you say. And they say, what? And I say, I don't care what you say. It's where you're coming from. That's how I know you. It's where you're coming from. You can't go where I go because of where you're coming from. You can't. I don't wear a uniform. I don't have a hat, a badge, a stripe, a robe. I don't want any. I want the truth. I want the living truth. How do you get it? How do you get it? Stop agreeing. Look around. Stop playing everybody else's game. Stop letting other people think for you by putting words in your mouth. In other words, like the court would say, do you understand the nature of the charges? What do you say? You shouldn't say anything, because the minute you do, you join process. He tricked you. He's going to put words in your brain, words, sounds. They're called denotation. You don't know that, do you? But you better learn the game. You better learn all the games that are going on. And all the institutions, and they're all nasty. They're all in bed together. You don't think so? You don't think so? You got another thought coming. Anyway, I'm looking at the counter. We've already hit the 10-minute mark. So I'm going to let you go until the next time. And there's a lot more to this because it's based on neurolinguistics. It's based on psychology, philosophy, sociology, politics, religion. They're all in bed together. It's all symbolic. Symbols. We made them up. Santa Claus, Bugs Bunny. Symbols. Santa Claus, Bugs Bunny. How many politicians represent Bugs Bunny? How many religious leaders represent Santa Claus? Oh, and let's add the tooth fairy in this. Oh boy, oh boy. Are you getting this? There's a lot more to this. And once you wake up, you're going to see it all. And it's easy to see it all. It really is. And let your energy, let that tuning fork, your sixth sense open. It's a tuning fork. Open it. It's like playing a guitar, knowing all the chords. It's harmonics. And right now the brain is out of harmonics. It's out of sixth sense harmonics. It'd be like tuning strings. Look at your brain like a guitar, strings on a guitar. Tighten a couple tight. See what happens. Got your eyes and ears. Tighten them right up. Come on. Believe. You're a believer? Tighten them right up. Come on, tighten them. Because I want to hear them ping. Are you getting this? There's a lot more. Come to my website. I'll show you stuff you never even imagined you could see. Would you like to see? Do you want to know more? Gotta ask. Asking you shall receive. Don't ask, you don't receive shit. Think about it. Now, you're going to get a lot of shit, whether you ask for it or not. That's life. But what you ask for is real. Contains your feelings and your direct knowing of what you're going to ask for because you could ask for it. Try it. Have a good day.